Hello there, Seraphim17 once again. This is more E3 2018 coverage, and we're showing the Ghost of Tsushima. This is a pretty long video, so I'm not going to slow it down. It's quite methodical, it's quite slow, but it gives you a really good insight into the world, and it starts with a rather windswept looking bamboo forest that leads out into a plain of some sort. Nature's casting off its unused frock, and our hero is picking up a maple of Canada to show his French Quebec roots, even though he doesn't look very Quebecian. Pats the old horse on the nose, proceeds to litter, and then you're in control. So, Mongol Invasion Day 9. Love the fact they've still got the kanji. I think that shit looks fantastic. He's moving forward here with his Rufio armor on and his awesome hat. He's cruising past a grave with a banner on it, and a platform that I think's traditionally used to transport the dead on battlefields, maybe something else. That is an awesome looking tree with some poor guy paying respects next to it. See the dude from the E3 conference that was on the flute? I think it might be him. There's another one of the common graves. Very striking lighting. Whatever the grass tech is they've got going on here looks absolutely superb. There's no planet where this doesn't run at 30 frames per second, but God does this game look good. Look at the draw distance, look at the foliage, look at everything moving, look at the physics, look at all of this that's happening right now. What you are looking at, guys, is next generation technology. It's taken a while, but we've finally seen it. The problem is, as good as this looks, this might not be gameplay, this could all be bullshit, right? But I'm hoping it's not. As he calls the horse and he gets on it, and you get little vibes of Assassin's Creed, and I hope it's not like Assassin's Creed, because as much as Ubisoft reinvented the wheel with the technology in Assassin's Creed, and it's got some wonderful artwork, the games themselves have got to the point now where they're almost like Police Academy, and you just wish they'd stop. Kimper Control's gone, Steve Guttenberg's gone, only people coming back are people who want paychecks and can't get work elsewhere. Just stop. It's time to stop. But over on the horizon we can see a shrine, we can see a single red flowered tree amongst his green brethren. He's pushing down past this wheat field onto a bridge. A nice little sign there I hope you can chop up in the spirit of Zelda. And then he comes into this wonderful looking grove of sorts, and then immediately sees these folk run towards him. FOV's pretty nice on this horse as well, it's not up your arse as you expect. But pushing through the undergrowth, he comes up against some of these Mongol looking beasts. They execute their civs pretty quickly, and then we get to see some combat, which I was really terrified of the combat in this game, but watching this demo really completely eradicated those fears, because it looks like it's going to be fast and lethal and no fucking about, and I love that. I have no idea if that was scripted or if that's just like a counterattack like the Isen technique in Onimusha. But he gets a couple of slashes on this guy, he backs away, he parries and rolls with the hit just then before impaling that one, and then proceeds into an execution on his friend as two more Mongols turn up. That guy dices him away with the shield, comes in for the slam. He gets some kind of parry or well-timed block and is rewarded with slow motion, and then he pirouettes away from a thrusting spear. Guy pushes in with the spear, does a couple combos on him, does a couple spins, getting all fancy like. That is crazy Heihachi, like, slow motion attack that ends up knocking him to the side, severing the arm, and he executes him with the traditional stab. It would not be a feudal period Japanese game unless you could stab dudes on the ground. And here we get the strange elderly lady archer person who looks like she's your friend from previous battles, and then she betrays you in classic form. I love how he cleans the blade in the sleeve of his arm. That looked sweet, before replacing it back into the scabbard or the sheath. I wonder if this means we're going to be able to get buddies to accompany us on missions, or maybe if there's a... Can you imagine if this game has co-op? Oh. But ascending the steps here, flanked in a pavilion of red flowers, or cast-off leaves I should say, as we move towards the centre of this shrine, or this whatever this is. The shadows are dancing, the lighting's all over the place. Can we get an execution on this fella? Yes, we can. It even glowed white. Did he rip his... Oh no, he had a knife. I wonder what he was doing then. That was interesting. He's also crouching about, which is cool, which means it does have stealth capacities, which I'm very happy to see. Just get that monk. All the trees are swaying in unison. It's like that stupid dance room routine in the second Matrix movie that nobody really understood and nobody wanted, just so we could have the most awkward sex scene on the planet. There's a running, jumping grappling hook. It's the year of the grappling hooks, which I'm glad to see. Look how good the leaves look here, dude. You see how the sun is reflecting off the top of them? Kissing them with its rays. Yeah, it just looks so good. I'm telling you, this game looks so ridiculously good technically. There's a statue of a god of some sort. Some kind of deity. For some reason he's getting the, you can stab me on the dude that's 9 miles away, so I love that. That sounds ambitious. But he's changing his target here, instead going for him. Ooh, stabbing him down through the neck. Little bit of sword going through skull just then. Bit of deformation on the execution move, which I don't really like to see. I love the fact you can see the slash on that guy's back, and that reminds me of Splinter Cell, being able to kill them through the blinds. It also reminds me of later Tenchu games, where you could do something similar, killing them through the shoji.
We have to move.
And then here is the cowering monk, or whoever this fella is. You'll notice that we do have blood on our face and our garment from our battles, from the conflict that's brought us to this area. And then here comes the inevitable betrayal from old lady Bonesmith person.
You betrayed my family.
I'm glad they all speak fluent English. It's really helpful.
If we fight, Mongols win.
And of course, you can't fight in a boring area. It has to be in a lake bed of these strikingly red leaves. This vermilion tide is going to mark the battlegrounds for this conquest. And look at the lighting, the molten sky, those golden clouds. They've got the katana and the wakizashi. Is it the daisho combination of swords, the traditional samurai on Ronin?
Me, the monk.
And this looks like potentially a boss fight. So you stand in it. Ooh, nice dodge. I wonder if you could have done something after that, or if you chose not to, or if that was just context. This is what happens at the start of the fight. But look how fast-paced this has gotten. Look at all the leaves moving around as they move. The camera aspect has changed into much more of a fighting game, which is a really cool perspective because then you can see everything. And this bit really gave me harkens back to Bushido Blade. But in Bushido Blade, you died so quickly because every hit was lethal. So this is not quite, you know, hit them once and they die, but it still seems quite momentous as a fire starts to spread from the flaming arrows. The creeping death. The gnawing flame. She's using high stance, he's parrying each of it in turn. I hope this takes... Oh wow, he turns the blade away and does a cool looking counter with a grab. I hope that wasn't cutscene. This certainly is. This is the part in episode 3 where Anakin chops his head off. But instead this guy's cool. He's like, there you go, I've just ruined your sword. It's got no tip now. Just like you. You're dull. And then the Mongols come, and he slashes the screen, and we get to see the nice-looking title card. And it is made by Sucker Punch. So I think that looks phenomenal. I really do. And I think it's an exclusive as well, which is crazy. PlayStation have got so many good-looking games, especially for me. But what do you guys think? Do you think it looks good? Do you think it looks bad? Thank you for watching, and you take care now.